comfortable zone, which is to hide behind this pulpit there, to come down today, to really have a casual sermon today, hopefully. And the sermon is going to be yours, not mine. So I'm going to say a few words, but the rest we're going to practice practically how to be grateful. So while I'll say my 2 words of reflection today, there is one thing you're going to practice. The mic is going to go around, and you need to remember somebody who was dear to you and unfortunately still not on earth, you know? And I debated myself, why do I want to ask people to remember something that will make them sad on a day that they should be happy, like Thanksgiving or any of that? But I kind of like debated myself back and say, if these people still carved in your mind, that means they've been precious to you. Even remembrance can bring some pain, but also it has some value to say that they are not just people who passed in our life and we forgot. There are many people in our life we cannot remember for millions of reasons. But those, regardless of how long they've been gone and how long we spend time with, they still carved in our mind like somebody carved something on a stone. So that's going to be your homework. You're going to remember somebody, at least one person, that's not on earth, and just be grateful for the way they touched your life. The second, you're going to be grateful somebody is already alive. We didn't need to wait until somebody is gone and say, I wish I told them how much I appreciated them. So this will be your homework to think of 2 people. One is already gone and be feeling the blessing to remember them and the way they touched your life. And the other, somebody is already alive. And hopefully, when you go home today, you remember to communicate that with them. That would be good if they can see us online, but I'm not sure that how many people watch us online. And I'm sure in the old days, we were worried about writing letters and having an envelopes and having the stamps and finding the closest mailing box and all of this. Thanks to the social media today, right? Even I like the old school. I like still touching a piece of paper or something, but I know this is my way. But we have many ways now today that we can communicate with people. It doesn't even take that much effort. But it does make a big difference that to hear from you to say thank you, maybe on a social media or something, that any way that you can communicate with them to let them do that. So you're going to do your 2 steps here, and the 3rd steps hopefully when you go home, and remember and communicate that with these people. So our sermon today is based on the song that's me and Lauren going to sing at the end. It's called I Will Never Forget You, and this is an insert in your bulletin, okay? This song is actually based on Isaiah 49, the one we just heard from Renee telling us. This is fully just almost copy and paste with a little bit of editing from Isaiah 49, which based on the Israelites always have a time, like many of us, wondering about, does God sometimes kind of like have a problem in his memory? Does God sometimes really forget who we are? And based like the young generation worries about, are really our grandparents are lying to us? Because they always talk about the God who been great and took us out of Egypt and took us out of exile and build the temple again and again. But for me now, I see nothing. I see this God is not doing anything. So this was really coming from many people who are like you and me when we wonder about God. What happened to you, God? Are you even there? And this was the response to God, saying, I know you human, when you talk to each other, when you think of God, you compare me to each other. And God started to talk about the best thing that God says in this song, that I'll never forget you, my people. He didn't say, hey you, what's your name? So God is giving us the privilege of seeing you are my people. You're not just somebody I met. You're not somebody just, I cannot even remember. You are my people. It shows the sense of honor, the sense of somebody's proud. Say like you say, this is my child. This is my family. This is my ancestor. So when God is even starting with pointing out that you are my people, he's showing the sense of joy, like parents is proud of their own children. And he started to affirm them about he will never forget you and keep reminding them you are my people. And then he used this beautiful image about that I carved you on the palm of my hand. And one of funny preachers said, people think that God is writing their names on the sand. And people say, why is it sand? They say, you remember what happened when you are in a beach and do something beautiful on the beach? And when the water comes, what happened? Gone, right? You can write something beautiful like I love you or all of these things. And then when the water, and it's because it's easy to make. You can, with your finger, as you are having fun, there is no much effort. But the idea is God is carving something. He's like an artist. He's looking for something to paint that will last forever. And he would say, what can I look around? Can I put your name on a tree, on a stone? Yeah, maybe on a stone will stay longer. But when God said, what if I put you on my own hand? How precious it is. It's my own body. Nobody should even touch and come close to. And I carved you to be literally, so every time when I look, you are part of my flesh. You are part of my body. And then he used this really extreme model when he said, does the mother forget her baby? And the normal way is, this is kind of like a natural way. The attachment between a mother and her child is very natural. It's like, this is the system. You cannot mess up with that. But God say, even when the system does not really do it the right way, I'll never fail you. Even that's so, God used an extreme example, say, you cannot imagine a mother ignoring her crying child. You cannot ignoring the motherhood is part of this, the natural way flowing the love and the connection. But say, even if the impossible happen, this will never happen for me. And God keeps saying and giving us the idea of the comforting mother. I'll never forget you, my people. I have carved you on the palm of my hand. I'll never forget you. I will not leave you orphaned. I'll never forget my own. And now it's time for you to do the practical thing, and then Lauren and me will sing this song. No pressure. Who wants to start? Mention the names. Okay, you remember what I said in the beginning?
My uncle who passed away, Papa Mac, and I'm grateful for my dad and my mom who are still with me.
I'm grateful to my mom for all her sacrifice that she did for us. And since she passed away, now that we're growing older, all her memories still with us and will last forever with us. I'm also grateful to my older sister, Mama Justine, for all her support and her impact in my life. Thank you.
I'm grateful for my dad. He brought lots of fun and joy into our lives. And I'm grateful for my mom because she did the very same.
Somebody waving your hand here? You are debating.
So I'm very thankful for my brother who passed on recently. My older brother, Rick, is gone, but just glad that I had him in my life and happy that my grandchildren are here.
I'm grateful for all the sacrifice my grandmother made for me, especially, and for the whole family, and thankful as well for my aunt who brought us up with all the struggle and everything that she went through, just for us to have a better life. Thank you.
Hi, I am very grateful for my mother. She passed away 2019, but before she passed away, she spent time with my family for Thanksgiving. And that was the last Thanksgiving my mother with me. And for now, I am grateful for my father-in-law. He's still here with us.
I am so grateful for my grandmother. She brought me up, and I'm grateful for my mom and my dad. They all passed away. And right now, I'm so grateful for my wife. She is like a supporting midship for me. She has helped me out a lot. Thank you.
I'm thankful for my parents who my mom gave birth to me, and my dad and my mom raised me.
I'm so grateful for all of the people in this church.
I'm grateful to my grandmother who passed in 1989, and she's a reminder to me that the love you give to a young person can last a lifetime. And I'm also very grateful to my older sister. We were laughing so hard yesterday that we were crying, and she's both a good friend and a good sister.
I'm grateful for my father and mother. They both died much too young and 6 days apart, so I didn't have much time with them. But today we're so grateful for our grandchildren who are helping us live in our home and enjoy our life.
Thankful for my mom and my dad for always taking care of me.
I'm so grateful for both my mother and my father who have been gone over 20 years, and for both of my brothers who have also passed away. And I'm so thankful that I have both of my daughters and my husband. Thank you. I'm grateful for the 61 years I spent with Gary. I miss him.
For Tim, he was my first husband, and he's been gone since 1990. And I'm grateful for my new daughter-in-law, who makes my son so very happy.
Thanks to all of you for sharing that.
I too am thankful for both of my parents. My father, who we lost way too young when I was 16, and my mother probably about 20 years ago, but they were both a blessing to us and did not get to see the joy of grandchildren. But I'm thankful for grandchildren because that's a joy that's unbelievable.
Thank you. Thanks for all of your comments, and I know it was not easy to share some of our memories, but I'm very grateful that you know that they are here, they are listening to us in the spirit, and I'm sure they look from heaven and they are happy to hear all this wonderful, authentic love that they heard from you. And now, Joan, Lauren, come forward, please. So we'll sing it to us. If you know it, sing it with us. But if not, just listen first, and then we'll repeat it again as we all together will sing this song, I Will Never Forget You, my people.
So this is a special moment. We get to hear the pastor sing, right?
He's putting pressure on me now. I will never forget you, my people. I have carved you in the palm of my hand. I will never forget you. I will not leave you orphan. I will never forget my own. Does a mother forget her baby, or a woman the child within her womb? Yet even if these forget, yes, even if these forget, I will never forget my own. I will never forget you, my people. I have carved you on the palm of my hand. I will never forget you. I will not leave you orphan. I will never forget my home. Can we sing it again together? Yes. Now you're not just listening, you're singing with us. This is the way we're closing the song, okay? I will never forget you, my people. I have carved you on the palm of my hand. I will never forget you. I will not leave you orphan. I will never forget my home. Does a mother forget her baby, or a woman the child within her womb? Yet even if these forget, yes, even if these forget, I will never forget my home. I will never forget you, my people. I have carved you on the palm of my hand. I will never forget you. I will not leave you orphan. I will never